Hi guys, welcome to Piece of Code and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to talk about everything that you need to know about machine learning in AWS. Okay, so just by watching this video, you'll be able to answer all machine learning questions that are going to come in the Solutions Architect exam or the Developer Associate exam. Right, and let us move forward. It's going to be a very interesting session. We're going to learn about a lot of AWS services which provide machine learning services. Right, now moving forward. The first service that we are going to learn is Amazon Rekognition, right? And as the name suggests, it is used to find objects, people, text, scenes in images and videos using ML. So anything that is related to image or video processing, if some kind of question comes from that part, then please close your eyes and go with Amazon Rekognition. It can also do facial analysis and facial search to do user verification, people counting. For example, you have a picture and there is some person around it. Sorry, my diagram is really bad, and it can recognize that who is this particular person in this particular picture. Now, what are the use cases if you want to see? So use cases are basically labeling of pictures or videos, content moderation. Basically, you want to moderate your content. You don't want some kind of explicit stuff to be on your website, then you can use Amazon Rekognition. For example, if a person uploads an image and there is some 18+ stuff or some explicit stuff, you can use Amazon Rekognition to filter those things out, right? That is content moderation. And here if you see, there is a flow which shows how it is done. So basically you pass the image to Amazon Rekognition, then there is a confidence level threshold, right? Based on the confidence level threshold, it will either accept or reject that particular image, right? Then we have text detection, like if there is any text in your image, then it will automatically detect it. Face detection and analysis, gender, age, range, emotions, etc., etc. Face research and verification, celebrity recognition, and then pathing, like for sports game analysis or some kind of stuff like that, right? Now guys, let us see a sample demo on Rekognition, how it works, just to give you an idea of how Rekognition works. So you can just search for Rekognition over here, REKOG, so Amazon Rekognition. It's good that I remembered the spelling. I don't know, it's a weird spelling over here. But over here you can see there are a lot of services, right? So let us click on label detection, right? So this is the sample image that they already have, and if you upload a sample image, you can upload an image over here and you can see these are the results. So neighborhood is 99.9%. So this is what I mean by the confidence threshold, right? So there is a confidence threshold. So you can create your own logic. For example, you are analyzing this picture and you are saying, okay, if the confidence threshold of a road is more than 80%, then this is to be labeled as a road, right? And urban, and there's a person and it says, okay, this person, it has a maximum threshold of 98.7%. Now image properties, like colors, image quality, sharpness or brightness or whatever you want, it can also be done. Now going to image moderation. Now basically if you see this particular thing, then it says no moderation levels detected, right? And if I just click on this image, so it says there is some kind of suggestive things. If you don't want to allow some kind of content or explicit content in your particular website, then you can use it. And for example, this is the confidence threshold. If it goes beyond, for example, 80%, you just don't allow that image or something like that, right? And going to facial analysis, so see, appears to be female is 99.9%, age range is 25 to 35 years old. So a lot of stuff is happening. Going to celebrity recognition, so these are some sample pictures, but you can also upload your own image. Let us see how you can upload your own image, right? I had downloaded a celebrity image of Harry Styles. Okay, now if you see here, the match confidence is 99.3%. It means that yes, this is the celebrity that you are looking for. And another good thing about that is you can also get the response as as a JSON format, which also includes Wikipedia data or some, and also from IMDb sources. So you can also collect information on that celebrity or some other people's. and also there is a confidence level you can get. So you can use this JSON response data in your own application, right? This is how easy it is to use this recognition. So there are also other properties you can just try it out, right? It's a very cool feature. Let us move forward, guys, to the next service. Okay, now this was about Amazon Rekognition. Now let us talk about Amazon Transcribe. So it automatically converts a speech to text. That's it. If there is a question which says conversion of speech to text, then that's what you are going to use. Amazon Transcribe uses a deep learning process called automatic speech recognition to convert speech to text quickly and accurately. Automatically remove personally identifiable information using redaction. Very good example of, if you don't want to use personal identify information, then it will redact that particular information automatically. You don't have to use that. Transcribe customer service calls, so speech to text, right? So basically someone is speaking over, you are running a call center and so your customer is speaking, you can directly convert that into text, right? It's how easy it is. Automate closed captioning and subtitling, right? It is very important feature because it will automatically create subtitles for a video in another language if you want, but you have to first convert that language. Generate metadata for media assets to create a fully searchable archive, right? Now let us see a very quick demo on Amazon Transcribe. Okay guys, let us see a demo on Transcribe. So this is Amazon Transcribe service. So you can just type in Transcribe over here and you will be coming into this service. Basic thing is to create a new job, a transcription job, and that job will run your transcription, whatever service you want. But to test it out, you can go to real-time transcription to just speak something and it will just convert it into text. So let us try it out. Hello, my name is Akash Kumar and I am 24 years old. Right, so works quite fine, right? All right. Now there are certain settings that you can choose, like what language you want to speak in. It will automatically convert it into that text. There are certain audio settings like speaker partitioning, like partition the different speakers in the stream. Speaker partitioning might vary in availability between languages, right? So if there are different speakers, you can partition them, right? Create different kind of transcriptions. Now audio settings in PIA identification and redaction, if you just click on here, you can either identify the PII or personal identifier information, and you can also identify and redact that information so that it will not show. If you just select identification only, then it will just identify that information but it will not redact it. But if you identify and redact it, then it will completely remove that information. So let us try this out. Hello, my name is Akash Kumar and I am 23 years old and my bank account number is 00123. So it seems that it identifies that this is some personally identifier information like name and this bank account number. It says the confidence is 99% that this is bank account number, so it is identifying it. But so you can select whatever personal identifier information you want to identify and redact. So you can just choose it from here. If I just select this redaction also, and if I start streaming, hello, my name is Akash Kumar and my age is 24. My bank account number is 00123 and my CVV is 1022.44. So that's it. So you can see that this is being redacted like this, right? And so it doesn't show up. So that's how easy it is to actually transcribe things, right? All right guys, now let us move forward to some other services. Okay guys, let us talk about Amazon Poly. Okay, and as the name suggests, right, it is used to turn lifelike speech text into lifelike speech, right? It is allow you to create applications that talk, simple as that. Now talking about this thing, so it is the opposite of transcribe, right? Transcribe converts speech to text, but here it converts text to speech, right? Now two important features about Poly, one is lexicon and one is SSML, right? So it is customize the pronunciation of words with pronunciation lexicons. So for example, there is a name Stefan, and so here what happens is the E is being represented by 3 and the A is represented by 4. So if you provide this as some information, then Amazon Poly will understand, okay, here I have to replace this character and here I have to replace this character. The second thing is about acronyms or AWS, right? And for example, you want to keep an acronym for AWS, and whenever you want to say, okay, AWS, then it will automatically say Amazon Web Services automatically, right? Upload the lexicons and use them in synthesized speech operation, right? So you have to upload all your lexicons and your acronyms, what you want to use, and basically Poly will speak it out for you, right? Then generate speech from plain text or from documents marked up with speech synthesis markup language. So it kind of uses SSML language, which is speech synthesis markup language, which enables more customization into sense that it will allow you to make it more lifelike speech. For example, while we are speaking, we take certain breaks, we kind of breathe, we kind of whisper, right? We use some kind of phonetic conversations, right? If you want your application to be more lifelike, you can customize it by using SSML, by including breakpoints or breathing seconds and some kind of things, right? And it will automatically do it for you, right? Now this is about lexicon and SSML. Now let us see a demo on Poly, and it is very cool. So let us see a demo. I don't know if you will be able to hear what Poly says, but you will understand what I'm doing, so it should be fine. Okay, now in your AWS console, just search for Poly, right? So it says Amazon Poly over here. Just click on it. So here we are in Amazon Poly. So if there is some text written here, and instead of Joanna, let me just name it as Akash, and if I just click on listen, I don't know if you are able to hear it, but I heard it clearly, but I don't know if you'll be able to hear it.
Hi, my name is Akash.
Right? So it just reads whatever you're writing over here. Now if you want to include some kind of SSML, right, you want to modify it, then you can just click on this SSML, and for example, after speaking your name, you want to give a break of, for example, 3 seconds, like, okay, my name is Akash, then wait for some time, then I will read any text for you, right? So you can just include a break, and you can just say break time equals to 2 seconds, and after this break time, then basically just speak whatever it is after this particular break time, right? So it will say, okay, my name is Joanna, then break time 2 seconds, it will just stay like that, and then I will read any text for you, right? That's what is going to happen. And additional settings, speech format settings, sample rate, file format, you can just choose whatever you want. Customize pronunciation, in customized pronunciation you can apply a lexicon, or you can upload your lexicons, like for AWS, if you want to go for Amazon Web Services, so it will work like that, right? You can also choose whatever language you want, and along with it you can choose the voice, right, of male, female, or if any kind of voice that suits your application, you can go with that also. Okay, that's about Amazon Poly. Let's move on, guys, to Amazon Translate. Now Amazon Translate is natural and accurate language translation. So Amazon Translate allows you to localize content such as websites and applications for international users and stuff. So basically it translates from one language to another language. That's it. That's all about Amazon Translate. Now talking about Translate, if you want to see a demo, let us see a demo on Amazon Translate. Just search for Translate, and very easy to remember, guys. Just remember the service names and it should work. So source language is something, and let's translate to Japanese, right? And let's say my name is Akash. So I can't read Japanese, so I think it says namae wa Akash. I know a little bit of Japanese for by watching animes. You know, I watch a lot of animes. So yeah, this is Japanese. If you want to convert to Malayalam, then this is the Malayalam. So yeah, if you have international base, right, and people speak different languages, we just use Amazon translate to the particular language, right? Makes sense. Okay, talking about Amazon Lex and Connect. So Amazon Lex is the same technology that powers Alexa, so it's a chatbot, you can say, right? Automatic speech recognition, ASR, to convert speech to text, natural language understanding to recognize the intent of text callers, helps build chatbots and call center bots. Now Connect is automatic call receiving and some stuff like that. So you have a call center just automated. There are no persons in your call center. You will just use Amazon Connect to, you know, accept your customers' calls and redirect them to do certain operations. For example, you have configured Amazon Connect to use, for example, whenever a customer calls, you say, okay, press 1 for English, then press 2 for this service, press 3 for this service. You can easily do that using Amazon Connect without any human support needed. Now using Connect and Lex, you can create a complete, you know, you can say CRM system or customer response system, right? So basically calls will be received by Connect and then it will streamed into Lex, and then it will invoke a Lambda function based on a particular command, right? So you can use both of these things to create a complete CRM service or a customer response service, right, or call center, whatever you want to say. Now before going forward, let me show you a very small demo on Amazon Lex, right? Will create a chatbot in under 1 minute. I won't be able to show you anything about Connect because we have to configure a lot of things and I don't have any phone configuration as of now. So let us go and search for Lex, right? So it is a chatbot service. So this is the Lex console that you are seeing over here, right? So let us go to V1 console. So here we are in our Amazon Lex console. We can create a chatbot and you can easily choose a template, right? Or you can create your own custom bot, but there are a lot of configurations in our own custom bot and you don't need it actually for the exam and stuff, just need how it works, right? So just go, for example, book a trip, and I'm just going to name it as book trip bot, right? And you can also check sentiment analysis if you, for example, if you want to check for positive or negative feedback of customers, right? You can also do sentiment analysis as people are chatting with your bot. You can also choose your bot language. Let us keep as English, right? Whatever, then just yes, click on yes over here and then click on create. So it will create a sample chatbot for you and it takes very less time to actually create this chatbot. And remember that your chatbot, as you talk, it will learn, right? So basically you should give it some time. Don't expect your chatbot to be completely human like as your chatbot is just made. Now it is a test bot. You can test it, your chatbot. So I can just say, hi, sorry, what can I help you with? I'll say book a hotel, which city you will be staying in, for example, Bangalore. What day do you want to check in, for example, Friday. How many nights you will be staying? 2 nights. What kind of room will you like, queen, king or deluxe? Let's say deluxe. Okay, I have you down for 2 nights stay in Bangalore starting this thing. Shall I book the reservation? I'm just going to say yes. Okay, so here, so this particular information that you're seeing, right, this intent, it is known as an intent, and this intent contains a lot of slots, right? Slots means information about whatever the customer is giving, like the check-in date, the location and nights. As I was entering the information, you would have noticed that the slots were getting populated, right? And this is how it goes. So you can just send this information to a Lambda function or to your own service like a booking application, and it will just book the particular hotel for you. That's how easy it is to work with chatbots and to create a chatbot. Okay, so that was just a example. Let me just delete everything. quite easy to delete the bot, delete all intents. Intents are basically you just can say that what kind of intent is the person having when it is chatting, right? For example, I say good morning. What is my intent, right? It is the intent of greeting. Similarly, you have to specify intent for the bots also, so that you can understand what is the person saying, right? Rather than hard coding all the responses, if you just specify an intent, then it will easily able to understand, okay, what is the motive of this particular person who is speaking with me, right? Okay, now let us talk about another cool service that is known as comprehend, right? So comprehend is for natural language processing, or NLP. It is a fully managed and serverless service, uses machine learning to find insights and relationships in text. Language of the text, extracts key phrases, places, peoples, brands or events, understands how positive or negative the text is. Basically, if you want to analyze customer interactions, or if you want to see, okay, you own a shop, for example, and you have all the feedbacks which are given by customers, and you are analyzing all those feedbacks, you can easily use Amazon Comprehend to check if what is the percentage of positive feedbacks and what is the percentage of negative feedbacks, right? Now, talking about Amazon Comprehend Medical, just it is it does the same thing as Comprehend, but the thing is it is in a medical field. So Amazon Comprehend Medical detects and returns useful information in unstructured clinical text, like for example, physician notes, discharge summaries, test results, case notes. It uses NLP to detect protected health information, which is PHI, right? So detect PHI API, it uses one API that is known as detect PHI API to detect all health information. If you upload, for example, a doctor's prescription, right, into Amazon Comprehend Medical, then it will automatically analyze the text and it will detect if there is any health information there, and it will just whatever, then you can do whatever you want with the information. Let us see an example of what I'm talking about, right? So let me just go over here and let me just search for comprehend. So there are two things, analyze unstructured text. So let us go with comprehend medical, because you know comprehend in a sense, right, just for analyzing text, right? And if I go over here, just go for real-time analysis. So here there is some input text. It is some sample text over here, right? So if you see, PT is a 87-year-old woman, high school teacher with past medical history that includes status post cardiac catheterization. So these terms, right? These terms are health related terms. So cardiac is related to your heart, right? It has some sleeping trouble, some meds, right? What are the medications she is in, right? And what is the lungs thing, and heart and skin, whatever it is. If I click on analyze, right, and if you go to entities, in insights there are entities and there are certain things. So age is identified, then gender, then profession, status. So this is the procedure name, cardiac catheterization. Sorry, my pronunciation, I'm not able to pronunciate very complex words. So she presents today with palpitations, right? So symptom is palpitations, like heart palpitations and something, and this is the DX name, and then chest pressure, right? So I don't know the exact medical term, so you can just understand, right, what it does. So this is an example of real-time analysis of Amazon Comprehend Medical. So if you have a medical application and you want to automatically recognize the doctor's notes and everything, you can use this thing, right? Very, very easy and very, very beneficial to use. Cool. All right, let us move forward to the next one, that is Amazon SageMaker, right? So Amazon SageMaker is basically a fully managed service for developers or data scientists or data analysts to build ML models. I don't know why am I fumbling that much today. Typically, it is difficult to do all the processes in one place and provision servers. Machine learning process is simplified. So basically you do your, you do your cleaning data, right? Data cleaning, and then you create your own machine learning model, and then you run your model, and you run predictions. You do it in your own local machine, right? In a for example, in a Jupyter notebook using Python, or in a R studio using R language, right? You do all this stuff. Instead of doing it by your own, you can, you know, use SageMaker, and you can use its features, right, to make things simple. You don't have to worry about resources, you don't have to worry about some blueprints, you don't have to worry about writing millions of lines of code for your analysis. SageMaker will help you, right? So it is a fully managed service for data analysts and machine learning people, right, whoever are working in that field. So this is an example. You have some historical data, because all kind of machine learning models and data analysis is related to historical data. Based on the past data, you predict something for the future. Simple as that. You label the data, right? For example, you have some data about your house, if your house rates is going up or not. So you have some attributes, right? For example, year, or the current price, and what is the location it is in. So you label the data. Then you build a ML model, like a regression model, or neural network model, whatever you want to build, you build it. Then you train your model with the data, right? And then you apply the model and you make a prediction. That's it. So this is a quite good model for predicting your exam score. So you have some previous exam scores, and you just pass it into a model, and there is some new data, and you are predicting your new score, which is 906 pass, right? So SageMaker, quite cool stuff. Now talking about Amazon Forecast, it is a fully managed service that uses machine learning to deliver a highly accurate forecast. So this is basically for forecasting purposes. If you see this example over here, you upload some historical data from S3 into Amazon Forecast, and it has a forecasting model, and it will generate what is the future sales of a particular object. For example, in this case, it is a raincoat. You want to you are running a shop, and you sell raincoats, and you want to know what will be the future sales of this raincoat, right? You have sold this much in the past, you have the data, and then you take that data and apply into Amazon Forecast. Amazon Forecast will be producing a forecast model. You don't have to write a single line of code for that model. That's it. And then it will generate how much will be your raincoats will be selling for. It is 50% more accurate than looking into your data itself. Obviously, looking into millions of rows of data is actually really tiring, and it can get sometimes it is not accurate, right? Reduce forecasting times for months to hours. Use cases: product demand, pricing, financial planning, resource planning, etc., etc. See some examples about forecasting. I'll not create a forecast model because I don't have any data currently, but let me show you how you can do that. So just go to your console and go to forecast, right? So you have this here. Now in here you have to create a dataset group, right? Because you forecast works on dataset. So view dataset group. So I had created one. Let me just remove this, delete. Okay. If you want to create a dataset group, you just go to create a dataset group, and you can just name the dataset group as something like raincoat price data or something like that. And forecasting domain, like it is retail or custom or inventory planning, workforce, whatever you want, right? You choose that, click on next. Here you specify the schema of the data, right? Like what is the attribute name, attribute type, and something like that. Or you can also go with a JSON schema like this, right? You just specify the key and the value, something like that. And you can specify the interval of the data, frequency of your data. For example, if you have data for each day or each hour or each minute or something like that. Dataset import details, you want to import it as a CSV or a paraquat format, then you can directly import it from a S3 bucket, right? So that's how you can do it, and then you can start. Then it will take some time and it will generate the forecast. So I'm just going to click on cancel. I'm just going to remove this, delete this, and click on delete. That's it. Now going to SageMaker. Let's go to SageMaker, and this is the SageMaker, right? So here we are. I don't know. You have to create your own studio, and inside your studio you can do whatever you want, right? For example, you go to training, then you can go to training jobs and everything. You can go to. There's actually a very big tutorial for SageMaker itself for machine learning people. But let me show you this typical SageMaker workflow. So you label the data, right? Then you build, connect to other AWS services and transform the data into SageMaker notebooks. So basically, how you interact with your Jupyter notebooks or your notebooks like Python notebooks, you'll do that. Then train your SageMaker algorithms using your own data, right? Then tune it, then deploy it, and then discover or predict your data, right? So this is how it is. But if you see, you have to create your own studio, create a SageMaker domain, and then you have to create your own studio. It is really complex, so we'll just leave it like that, right? So let us go back. If you go to Studio Lab over here, it is a new feature. It is a very good, like Jupyter Lab, right? You will get your own like everything you will get on your own. Like, so if you have worked with Jupyter Lab, you will understand, right? And you have to create your own free account and everything, but just leave it. There's also R Studio if you are using R language, right? Okay, so that's all about SageMaker, right? So a lot of machine learning services. Let us move forward to Amazon Kendra. So Amazon Kendra is a document search service powered by machine learning. So extract answers from within a document like text, PDF, HTML, PowerPoint, MS Word, or some kind of other things. Natural language search capabilities, learn from user interactions, feedback to promote preferred results, ability to manually fine tune search. For example, you'll have a lot of data sources like Amazon S3, Amazon RDS, Google Drive, and you do some indexing, and then you create a knowledge index, and basically you don't create anything, it will be done by Amazon Kendra itself. Then you just ask questions, right? So there are some data about your company, and you have extracted it from all the data sources, and Amazon Kendra has indexed it, right? Then you ask a question, where is the IT support desk? It has the data from your documents, right? From all the data sources, it will just reply that it is on first floor, something like that. It works like that. Now talking about Amazon Personalize, it is very easy to understand. It is a fully managed ML service to build apps with real-time personalized recommendations. If you see, it is kind of this thing. You know about Amazon, so you bought a chair, it will suggest you a table, right? On Netflix, right? You watch some TV series. For example, you watched Demon Slayer. It will suggest you some action anime. So recommendations, any kind of recommendations you want to do ranking or something like that, you can use Amazon Personalize for that. Simple as that. Now talking about Amazon Textract, right? It automatically extract text, handwritten, and data from any scanned documents using AI and ML. For example, this is the image and there is some text in that image. You can analyze that using Amazon Textract, and you can create a JSON response like this, and you can use it in your application, right? It is used for various purposes like extract data from forms and tables, read and process any type of document like PDFs and images. Use cases, if you see, financial services like invoice generation or financial reports. In healthcare, for example, if you have some doctor's prescription and it is an image format, don't think to use Amazon Comprehend as of now. You can extract the data using Textract, and then you can send it to Amazon Comprehend Medical. That is the second step. But just to extract the data, you can use Textract. If you have a doctor's prescription which is an image, you can just extract all the data as text using Textract, and then you can send it to Comprehend Medical for further processing. And public sector, tax forms, ID documents, and passports, right? So this is about Amazon Textract. So we have covered mostly all the services which is required for you for your exams and for general knowledge about AWS machine learning. So we have covered all these services like Rekognition, Transcribe, Rekognition for face detection, labeling, celebrity recognition, any kind of image or video recognition. Transcribe is audio to text, right? Poly is text to audio, just the opposite. Translate is for translations. Lex is for bots or chatbots. Connect is for cloud contact server or call centers, automating call centers. Comprehend, natural language processing. SageMaker, right? Machine learning for every developer and data scientist, right? Forecast is for accurate forecasts. Kendra is a document search engine, or you can just say extract data from documents from various data sources. Personalize is for real-time personalized recommendations, like a recommendation engine, and Textract is detect text and data in documents. That's it. That's all about the machine learning services in AWS, guys, and I hope you guys liked this video. Yeah, we'll cover any other service in our next video. Till then, have a nice day. Bye bye.